Tao of Jeet page 19. I'm going to read a quote from Bruce Lee, and if you have any reflection, provide the reflection. If not, you can just stay silent. Just as the yellow leaves may be gold coins to stop the crying children, thus the so-called secret moves and contorted postures appease the unknowledgeable martial artists. Just as yellow leaves may be gold coins to stop the crying children, thus the so-called secret moves and contorted postures appeased the unknowledgeable martial artists.
So like he's trying to say that the fake martial artists out there that proclaim to be sensei, sifu, and they don't have the right knowledge. Like for example, if you're not really learning from the direct teacher or the person that created a style, and you just claim that you know the style of being to a school or being to a direct teacher or somebody have descended from the teacher over there, that sifu, you actually develop a false statement of martial art because you don't have no knowledge of what you're really doing. You're just claiming the title, not really knowing what you're doing, or try to watch a bunch of videos and YouTube, and all of a sudden you're a martial art expert. And I think that's what he's referring to people like that. That's what I think he's talking about.
So he's saying, like, if children are crying, you give them yellow leaves, then they might stop crying because you make it seem like it's a gold coin, right? So he's saying a lot of the people that practice martial arts, they do a lot of fancy stuff that doesn't work. It looks nice, but it doesn't work. And they so-called say those are secret moves, and then they appeal to the unknowledgeable martial artists. So they appeal to the people that don't know anything about martial arts. They get fascinated by the fancy stuff. He's saying the real martial arts is stuff that's not really fancy. It's just simple things that work.
Yeah, because you just believe it's simple and direct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those fancy kicks and splits and triple jump in the air. I mean, they're fancy for the movie, but in reality, somebody could just wait and you do all those fancy kicks and hit you. Keep it simple and direct. That's basically what Bruce Lee is saying, not just saying that. He's a strong believer in keeping stuff very simple and direct. You don't need all the fancy stuff. You know, that's what he's trying to say, right information that.
So he's like giving them yellow leaves, maybe gold coins to crying children. So he's kind of like saying the crying children is almost like the crying customer, like the customer that, like you're giving the customer what they want to make them stop crying, like whining, by giving them fancy stuff, because the customers want the fancy stuff, and you give them the fancy stuff to shut their mouth. But then that's not the real martial arts.
Basically, it comes to like all the school that show politics now. That when you go to the school, they reward the student with like with certificates and belts, just to keep them happy. And they're really not doing anything, but they give them stuff and cheering them like that. Oh, yeah. Give me something. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna stay there. Mommy, keep me here. And that's what he's probably talking about. They're making the kids believe that it's real martial art. And they do one single move. Oh, there you go. You get a certificate. No, you get a belt. There you go. Keep trying. And really, the stuff that they're learning there is not really going to work in the street. That's probably what he's talking about too.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's talking about.
So that's what he's talking about.
Alright, next one. This does not mean to do nothing at all, but only to have no deliberate mind in whatever one does. Do not have a mind that selects or rejects. To be without deliberate mind is to hang no thoughts.
Any reflection? You got one? No? Say that, repeat it again, Sifu.
This does not mean to do nothing at all, but only to have no deliberate mind in whatever one does. Do not have a mind that selects or rejects. To be without deliberate mind is to hang no thoughts.
I wanted to relate it to martial art and fighting or sparring. What I'm thinking when you're trying to say is like have no thoughts or like have a deliberate mind. Like when, for example, when I'm sparring, I don't think about a drill. I don't think about a technique. I just flow. I just clear my mind. Whatever come at the time, at the moment, that's what I would do. I guess what he's trying to say is that don't be so robotic in thinking certain way, certain style, certain kick to use when it's not really necessary to use. Just be in meditation and just flow with it and just be free your mind, just relax. Don't be so robotic. Because sometimes people got a misconception that they practice a drill or they do a form and that particular thing they could do it actually fighting. And it might not work because it depends on the opponent you're fighting, or what kind of style you got, what kind of movement you got. So that's what I think what he's trying to say. Don't be so close mind, just be free of mind and just flow, be meditative. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Alright, that's good for today.
It's good for today.